Back again to the Bicentennial Center. There is a 15-minute break, so I'm going to give you a little look at kind of what's to come. Clay Center will face, again, Baldwin for the state championship in 4A Division II. The Lady Tigers have swept their way into the finals after a 25-9, 25-18 winner in the semis against the Royal Valley Panthers. So the Panthers will now play Iola for third place, Clay Center and Baldwin in the state championship bout. I also know, and we'll have a full report coming from Garrett Pearson soon, but the Tiger Cross Country boys team has taken second place at the state championship. It would be Baldwin, I believe, taking first overall. But again, the Tiger boys, a second place trophy coming home in cross country for the Clay Center Tiger boys, second place at the state championships. That just wrapping up a little bit earlier this morning. Lady Tigers still running all the 1, 2, 4A schools competing there in the state championships in cross country. So we'll continue to give you a look into that, and we do have a report on the way. And we'll take another break and bring it back here. I think we'll be able to get you that report coming from the state championships in cross country. That'll be with Garrett Pearson. We'll have that on the way here in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
Do you remember the mess you had in your fields this year because of all those weeds? Wonder how much yield you missed out on because of those blasted weeds. But not next year, no way. You're going to pay a visit to the guys at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales. Get a jump on that nasty weed problem now with a tailor-made solution for crop protection and nutrition from Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales. Come next spring, you'll be ahead of the game. See Brent, Allen, Darren, Kent, or Mike Green at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Save big now at Twin Valley's Autumn Savings Event. Sign up today and get $100 signing bonus and unlimited data. And for an added bonus, get free activation from October 27th through November 1st. You can keep your current number, and it's easy to switch to get all your services on one bill. Offer only available for a limited time and certain restrictions apply. Stop at either Twin Valley office in Miltonville or Clay Center to save big at our Autumn Savings Event. Don't wait to grab a great deal.
Make someone's day with a greeting card from Patterson Health Mart. Whether you want to wish them a happy birthday, express sorrow of a loss, celebrate an anniversary, or congratulate the new parents, you'll find just the right card at Patterson Health Mart. Their selection has funny, sentimental, and religious cards for every occasion, or no occasion at all. Single cards are 99 cents or $1.99 each. Stock up for all the special moments for those that are special to you at Patterson Health Mart in Clay Center.
When it comes to organizing your paperwork and records, nothing beats a Laurel Fortress vertical filing cabinet. Speaking of verticals, why don't you show us yours, Roscoe?
I think I'll pass.
At Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center, we have the Laurel Fortress vertical 4-drawer file, which lists for $350, on sale for $199.99. We even have 2 new colors, medium tone, which is a nice brown, and charcoal, along with the usual black, light gray, and putty. Now, Roscoe, about your vertical.
Farmway Co-op, your partner in growth, over a century of serving you, built on pride in everything we do. Agriculture and farmway working hand in hand, looking to the future across this great land. It's where you belong. FarmwayCoop.com. Farmway Co-op, your partner in growth.
Things are changing at Ray's Apple Market, and it's for the better. You may have already noticed an updated meat case to hold the premium selection, a new display case for the cold cuts, and new packaging in the deli section. There are new coolers and freezers with plenty more improvements coming to give customers the best grocery shopping experience. Ray's Apple Market is thankful for their customers and looks forward to the changes with more selection, quality, and service. Ray's Apple Market. This is your town and your store.
Back once again at the Bicentennial Center. We're waiting to get a look at when we'll get a report from Garrett Pearson, but we do know the Tiger boys cross-country team has finished second in the state championships. So congratulations to Coach Tyler Nelson's cross-country boys team. The Lady Tigers, of course, will still be running later on today. The cross-country schedule shapes up like this for the next race. Actually would be probably just about to wrap up the 2A girls. And then the 1A boys run at 11 a.m. That'll feature the Wakefield Bombers, their team qualifying. The Lady Tigers will run at 11:30 this morning. And then at noon, the 2A boys and then at 1A girls will run at 12:30, the final event of the day. Here, the Clay Center Lady Tigers will play Baldwin for the state championship here at the Bicentennial Center. Again, we're going to take another timeout. We should have our report from Gary Pearson coming up in a moment. We're about 8 minutes away from opening serve in a state championship match here on KCLY. Stay tuned.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Thanks to a new Oldie soil-specific seed online service, your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Customize every acre with the highest potential hybrid based on soil types, trait package needs, disease threats, and agronomic preferences. Valuable data can also be shared with trusted suppliers. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
Bruna Implement Company knows Case IH innovations do more than solve everyday problems. They maximize output while saving your operation money. That's why they continue to offer proven, efficient, and reliable solutions. Be ready with Case IH innovations like the axial flow rotor, quad track technology, advanced farming systems, and an SCR-only emission solution. Because it's not an innovation until it changes your bottom line. For the best in farming equipment, visit Bruna Implement Company at any of their 5 locations.
Choosing vinyl siding as an exterior finish for your home has several benefits. Vinyl siding offers durability, decreased maintenance, a neat and clean look and feel, and an affordable solution for exterior finishes. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement continues to serve North Central Kansas with crane board, fiber cement, and steel siding solutions for your home or business with conventional or foam back siding. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement will help transform the look of your home.
Congratulations to the CCCHS volleyball squad taking regionals, and now the next step, take state. It's been fun to watch as a spectator. Distinctive Images going out of business sale continues with 20% off store-wide, including a large selection of orange and black. Stop and get your stadium seats in black or orange so that you can enjoy the games in comfort for volleyball, football, wrestling, and basketball. Distinctive Images will be open Thursday evening starting November 6th, 503 Court, downtown Clay Center.
Back again, Bicentennial Center, Salina. Everybody, the calm before the storm we said earlier this morning when Coach Moran and I had a chance to sit down and talk pregame that you heard before that opening match. We said calm before the storm, almost an eerie calm now after all the excitement they did here. Now the team's waiting for a chance to get back on the court and go at it between Clay Center and Baldwin. Of course, the third-place match will go as well. We're about 5.5 minutes away from that taking place. Now, Baldwin gets here after wins over Royal Valley. They won 24-14, 25-15, so that gives you a little idea of common opponent. They were stretched to 3 sets against TMP, 25-18, 22-15, and 25-11, and then they beat Holcomb in 2, 25-20, 25-12. They just won over Iola in convincing manner, although it did go to 25-20 in the second set, so Iola hung in there for a while. Jordan Hoffman, the big hitter up front, had a huge matchup against Holcomb with 12 kills in that match alone. Kelsey Keel, 5 kills and no errors, and Corey Valentine, their setter, had 20 assists. Give you some of the names you're going to be hearing for Baldwin as Clay Center gets set to work against that Baldwin team for the championship here. The Lady Tigers, of course, trying to win the school's first Volleyball State Championship, and they'll have a chance to go at it. Some big marks we talked about during the match with the 7 kills and 2 blocks from Macy Diekman. Courtney Hamill with 4 kills in that matchup. Mac Edmondson had 3 aces, 4 kills and a block. Everybody getting in the act. We don't have a chance to keep sets throughout the match, but we do know that Macy Franson would have reached the 1,000 set mark for this senior year. And that's a career for a lot of people. I use that terminology quite often when describing that, but 1,000 this season, and the Lady Tigers 40 wins. That was their 40th victory in that the semifinal win that just took place just a moment ago against Royal Valley. We're going to take another timeout. We hope to have a report from Gary Pearson before we get to first serve. We'll see if we can make that happen. We're back in just a moment.
The servers, the bumpers, the setters, the spikers. All great forces to be reckoned with in volleyball. Not one position is less important than the other. All have equal impact in a match, standing together in victory and defeat. The Lady Tigers are exceptional on and off the court and need your continued support. 6 players on the court working as one. And as one, they will succeed. They are a team. And Hutchinson Mayrath of Clay Center, a division of Global Industries, salute the Lady Tigers. KCLY coverage of Clay Center Tiger Volleyball at State Tournament is brought to you in part by Central Valley Ag, McGee Roofing, Citizens National Bank of Clay Center, Greenleaf, Belleville, and Concordia, by Clay Center Locker, Distinctive Images, Oldie Seed Farms, and Clay County National Bank.
Hello, everyone. This is Daryl Pearson reporting for KCLY from Wamego at the state cross-country meet. And the final results for the 4A boys are in. The team that won first place was Baldwin. They were the defending champs from last year. And they do win first place this year with a score of 41 points. Clay Center, the Clay Center Tigers, got second place here at the state meet in the 4A boys. And they won second with a score of 108 points. The third place team was Mulvane with a score of 122. Now the individuals for Clay Center, Caleb Seabolt placed 11th. He was our first runner to finish in a time of 17:07. Our second finisher on the Clay Center Tiger team was Caleb Rookstool in 15th place with a time of 17:11. Then our third place finisher, second, was Tanner Fox in 29th place with a time of 17:37. Our fourth place finisher, Eric Fitzmeyer, in 41st place with a time of 17:53. Our fifth place finisher was Dylan Fowles with a time of, Thomas Rickley in 57th place with a time of 18:05, and then Dylan Fowles in 81st place with a time of 18:49, and Marty Robinson finishing at 106 with a time of 20:36. And that's the Clay Center Tigers cross-country team finishing second place here at the state meet in Wamego. The defending champions, Baldwin, have again taken first place as a team. Clay Center Tigers second. And on the course as we speak are the 2A girls running their race. And we'll be reporting back on the Wakefield Bombers as soon as possible. Also running in the 2A girls are the Washington County Tiger girls.
KCLY coverage of Clay Center Tiger Volleyball at State Tournament is brought to you in part by Hanson Ford of Clay Center, Union State Bank, Central Office Service and Supply, by Farmway Co-op, Kears Thriftway of Clay Center, Washington, and Mankato, Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, and Bruna Implement.
Well, again, our thanks to Gary Pearson with the report on state cross country, the Clay Center Tiger boys, the first event of the day in Wamego, taking a second-place team finish. What a year for the Tiger cross-country teams, both boys and girls. The Lady Tigers will be running here in just a little bit. The 2A girls were underway at around 10:30, so they'll be finishing up, and we'll have more reports throughout the day and into the afternoon for the cross-country in 1, 2, and 4A from Wamego. So stick around for that. We appreciate Gary Pearson being with us from Wamego in cross-country. Here, the Clay Center Lady Tigers are set to work in the state championship final. They will face Baldwin, as mentioned. Baldwin coming in. They were actually in their pool the number 3 seed, but they were 27-11. Holcomb, the number 2 seed, did not make it into today's final. But as we mentioned earlier, a lot of people that have been close to 4A volleyball throughout the year has said coming into the state tournament, once the pools were set, they really felt, Coach Brand felt that probably the strongest team coming out of that other pool would be Baldwin, and that's how it has played out as we see the championship between these two teams not far from getting going. In fact, the captain's just meeting at center court, the coaches meeting at center court, and we are about ready for this state championship match to take off. The Lady Tigers, 40 wins, 5 losses now in the season. They've won some tournaments this year, but now it's a chance to go for the gold here at the state championships. Now, they had a countdown clock going, and now they put another, I'm not sure if we're going to have another 10 minutes it looks like, before we'll get to first serve. I'll let the teams warm up. The captains have met, and now we are at a 10-minute mark before the first serve. So we'll correct that on our social media for everybody and let you know they put 10 minutes up now before we'll get going once again. Stay right here with us. I'm going to take another 2-minute timeout, and we'll see how soon we have a report on 2A, possibly from cross country with Gera Pearson. We may get that in before we move on. Stay with us right here at KCOY.
When I bag my prize buck this season, I can't hang it and keep it cool in the garage. Not with my wife screaming at me about it or my teenage daughter ranting about it on social media. So I'll just use Clay Center Locker to take care of it. They'll process all my wild game, and when I get it back, it'll be custom cut to my specifications. I always pick up some of their own beef and pork to take care of dinner for the week. And of course, I always treat myself to some jerky sticks. Thank you, Clay Center Locker.
Don't let hail damage get you down. Let McGee Roofing provide expert help to repair or replace a roof that suffered from hail damage. They're a reputable family-owned business since 1977 and certified in roofing, siding, windows, and guttering. McGee Roofing will work with all insurance companies to get your home upgraded and improved to withstand the elements. Call McGee Roofing in Clay Center at 800-273-4755 and let them take care of the hail damage.
At Clay Center Presbyterian Manor, we understand the dilemma faced by caregivers of those who live with Alzheimer's or dementia. The desire to care for your loved one is influenced by a realization that it may be more than you can handle. After all, this isn't just someone with Alzheimer's. This is your husband, wife, mom, or dad. That is why we're proud to offer care that lives up to the highest standard, yours. Call or visit us at claycenterpresbyterianmanor.org. Together, we'll find the answers.
Just as every amazing setter needs a great pass, every amazing hitter needs a great setter. Everyone needs their teammates to back each other up. That's the key ingredient for a successful team and an excellent volleyball season. I'm Julie Hamill with Clay County National Bank, and we proudly support the Lady Tigers. We also understand that to reach your goals, you need a bank that meets your level of financial needs. We are that bank, and as always, we're glad to serve you at Clay County National Bank. Member FDIC.
State championships here at the Bicentennial Center. Again, the countdown, we had thought we were getting really close to first serve, and now they've let the teams, Clay Center out on the court right now, going through some warm-ups before the state championship match will officially get underway. Second place finish, as mentioned, for the Clay Center Tiger boys in cross country. We'll continue to have reports coming in from Gera Pearson. In fact, it's a possibility we could get a 2A report. I know the results are tough to get in as the workers at Wamego do such a great job. They've done that for so long, but actually probably won't get that in before we move on to this opening serve, which is now about 6.5 minutes away from right now. So it'll be very close to getting underway here before we get a chance to get that report. But the Tiger boys did take a second place finish at the state championships in cross country. The Lady Tigers have swept their way into the finals here, winning in 2 sets, all 3 matches yesterday, 2 sets earlier today over Royal Valley, and they won that first match today. Again, welcome back here on a state championship Saturday as the Clay Center Lady Tigers getting set to face Baldwin. Going to try to get you a look and see if we have any results in on Washington County and Axtell from their state volleyball matchups taking place in Emporia for Washington County. That is the 2A state championships, and they're trying to tack on another trophy in their trophy case as they compete today, and we have not had an update on that as of yet, but they have advanced here to the finals. We know that after going 3-0 yesterday. Axtell out in 1A Division II, they are competing in the state championship. They went 3-0 yesterday as well, and they are working right now in on a state championship Saturday also. They're taking on Sharon Springs, Wallace County. I do have a finish. Logan did win in their semifinal matchup in 2 sets, 25-12, 25-15. They have not posted the Axtell Sharon Springs final as of yet, and still looking to get a result on Washington County today as well. We're about 2.5 minutes from first serve. Royal Valley going through their warm-ups on the court. Clay Center on the side court working right now. The state championship match, number 1 at stake for Clay Center and Baldwin. will have that opening serve when we come back in 2 minutes.
Don't let hail damage get you down. Let McGee Roofing provide expert help to repair or replace a roof that suffered from hail damage. They're a reputable family-owned business since 1977 and certified in roofing, siding, windows, and guttering. McGee Roofing will work with all insurance companies to get your home upgraded and improved to withstand the elements. Call McGee Roofing in Clay Center at 800-273-4755 and let them take care of the hail damage.
Would you like to see the Kears Thriftway weekly sale flyer before it hits the store and before it reaches everyone's mailbox? Go to mythriftway.com to sign up. You'll receive specials, sale notifications, and coupons in your inbox. You can create grocery lists online, print it off, or email it, and make shopping easier and more organized. On the website, you'll also have access to kitchen-tested recipes, and their meal planner provides new ideas every day. Get your Thriftway ads online at mythriftway.com.
When it comes to human worth, it's the mind and spirit, not age, that counts. At Clay Center Presbyterian Manor, we believe in what we call the agelessness of human creativity. Our award-winning Art is Ageless program encourages older adults to express themselves through the arts. It's just one expression of our mission of service to seniors, a mission Presbyterian Manors of Mid-America has had for 65 years. That's the art of life. Learn more when you visit claycenterpresbyterianmanor.org.
Just as every amazing setter needs a great pass, every amazing hitter needs a great setter. Everyone needs their teammates to back each other up. That's the key ingredient for a successful team and an excellent volleyball season. I'm Julie Hamill with Clay County National Bank, and we proudly support the Lady Tigers. We also understand that to reach your goals, you need a bank that meets your level of financial needs. We are that bank, and as always, we're glad to serve you at Clay County National Bank. Member FDIC.
Lady Tigers and the Baldwin Bulldogs going through their final warm-ups now before we get going here on this state championship Saturday. And again, the Lady Tigers playing for the first state title in school's history in volleyball. We do know that the Tiger cross-country team, the boys winning a second-place trophy earlier today, so great stuff there. And the Lady Tigers right now trying to cap off what has been a really special run. Last year, of course, making it into state, great group of seniors leading the way. They went out in style with a trip to state, and now this group of seniors that took over has their opportunity to move on to a potential state championship. It's what they've had in mind since going out that Friday third match last year and not getting a chance to play here on Saturday, and now they do get that opportunity. We do have announcements coming, and I believe that they will just get right to it. They've announced all four teams, the third place being played between Iola and Royal Valley, so they're still playing for a trophy here at state. And again, the Clay Center Lady Tigers and Baldwin will play for the state title here this morning. And they've just announced now the championship courts. Here the Baldwin crowd possibly in the background, and they're about to announce the number one seed, the Clay Center Lady Tigers. And actually, they just did announce the Lady Tigers, so both crowds wanting to get going, both teams standing and ready to work. The officials taking their position on the court, and we're about ready to roll here in this state championship for Clay Center and Baldwin. The Lady Tigers, number one ranked preseason. They have continued with that ranking throughout the year, and now here they find themselves ready to go for the state championship. They will take the courts. Royal Valley Huddles, they will take the court. The officials line them up. They'll make a run by the nets, give a high five to each other, and we are about ready for your state championship in 4A Division II. The Clay Center Lady Tigers are 40-5 now in the season coming into this matchup. Baldwin comes in at 31-11. One final huddle on the court for these two teams. Great crowd on hand for the Lady Tigers. Just off to now Clay Center's left, the players left on the court, most of the parents and their friends, and then right behind Lauren Williams, who will have the opening serve, the Tiger student section on their feet, ready to work. Royal Valley's made their substitutions, now getting their final high fives to each other before they take position. The chair official waiting for them to be in place, and here is the go whistle. The state championship match is underway, and it's an ace to start for Lauren Williams. The Lord Ranger knocks one in, and it was unable to be handled in the back row. A diving dig try, but it went right out of play. So Williams puts the Lady Tigers on top 1-0. Second serve into net. We're tied at 1. So a 1-1 tie, an ace, and then a mistake, and it'll be Baldwin's first serve now. The Bulldogs of Baldwin set to serve. Tied at 1. Cross it comes, and this will be an ace to start now for Baldwin. The server for the Cowboys, Jordan Hoffman, 6-foot senior. Clay Center let that one go, thinking it was long, and it snuck in there. So 2-1, Clay Center down by a point. The serve from Hoffman, just across. Dig by Edmondson near the sideline. Jones keeps it in play. It's set across by Edmondson. It'll be a chance at net here for the Bulldogs. Tips the tape, and then a hit by Diekman goes out of play. The Lady Tigers trail now 3-1. Hoffman continues with the service. 3-1 lead for Baldwin here early in the state championship matchup. Baldwin serve across. Edmondson from the back row, getting back to get it is Franson. Back to Edmondson, rolls it across. A chance at net again for Baldwin. Stuffed back home by Diekman. The eraser does take a potential point off the board for Baldwin and then puts a point on for Clay Center at the same time. It's 3-2, and Emily Ebert will serve. Serve across, back row, passed up front. Here's a chance for Baldwin again, and it's a soft spike across. Diving get from Williams. Franson to Jones, and it hits the antenna. She had to go off the court to try to get that back into play. Middle hitters up there in the front for Baldwin is Alexia Stein, and she had to hit that time. Didn't hit it hard. The time before she did and had it blocked back home. Now the serve across from Baldwin. Up front, Franson sets it across behind her back, and now up front it's stuffed back by Franson. It's a scramble for Baldwin. They'll set it across. Free ball for Clay Center. Ebert to Franson to Diekman. Yes! Macy Diekman slams it home, and the Lady Tigers back within 1, 4-3. Megan Blake into serve at the sophomore will go for Clay Center. The Lady Tigers down by a point. Big hit up front from Diekman off the set from Franson. Here's the serve from Megan Blake. The pass to the front row. They're set up front, and it's going to go long. Baldwin wanted the tip. They got it. They said it was tipped by Clay Center up front, so a point to Baldwin. 5-3. The hit that time coming from Emily Bennett of the Bulldogs. 5-3. The serve now comes across from Kyna Smith. Here's Franson to Diekman. Partially blocked up front. Pass back to the front row for the Bulldogs. Williams trying to dig it on the back row. Unable to get to it. The point to the Bulldogs, and now they lead it 6-3. And they hit in the middle that time by Emma Burnett. 6-3 lead. Baldwin. And the serve again will be Smith. On its way across. Here's Blake to Franson. Far side set. Mac Edmondson winds it up and puts it away. And the Lady Tigers back within 2 and back with service for Macy Diekman. The Mack Truck's first kill of this match. And Clay Center has a 6-4 edge, or it trails 6-4 to Baldwin. Diekman will serve. Across it comes. The pass up front for Baldwin. In the middle, the save on the back row. Diekman unable to dig it out. Again, the big hit coming from Alexia Stein. Stein at 6 foot, a senior, able to put one away there, and Baldwin leads 7-4. Stein will now serve it. Across it comes, and it's in. Clay Center letting it go, thinking it was long, but it ducks in again. It's 8-4. And so Clay Center has had all those aces, including one to start this match, sees Baldwin with a couple of aces of their own in this first set. It's 8-4. Serve again. Williams for Franson. Far side set. Edmondson hit it last time. Now sauced it across and finds open court. Edmondson with 2 kills. It's 8-5, and Franson will serve it. Again, Macy Franson now to serve. Broke the 1,000 set mark in this year's senior season in that last match they just played this morning, and she's adding to it now. Shot on the way across on the serve from Franson. Now a play up front. Hoffman spikes it cross court, and a winner for Baldwin. 9-5. It is Baldwin with a 4-point lead and with the service. And Emma Burnett will serve, a 5'8" junior. For the back row, this is Blake for Franson. Now to Ebert on the left side. Her spike up and into net. And now the Lady Tigers find themselves down 10-5, and Coach Robert Moran wants a timeout. A break here from the Bicentennial Center. Stay with us. We're back with more in just a moment.
Congratulations to the CCCHS volleyball squad taking regionals, and now the next step, take state. It's been fun to watch as a spectator. Distinctive Images going out of business sale continues with 20% off store-wide, including a large selection of orange and black. Stop and get your stadium seats in black or orange so that you can enjoy the games in comfort for volleyball, football, wrestling, and basketball. Distinctive Images will be open Thursday evening starting November 6th, 503 Court, downtown Play Center.
While we were away, Courtney Hamill, a couple of spikes up front, but the Baldwin Bulldogs now have come back with a play at nets and then a mistake by the Lady Tigers on serve. It's 12-7. Baldwin with the lead. Serve across. Back row, Edmondson up front. Here's Franson middle to Diekman. It is partially blocked. Back up front. Diekman, Franson, right back to Diekman. Stuffed back home by Baldwin. And now 13-7. It's the Bulldogs leading by 6 over Clay Center. Hoffman, the stuff up front. And back to serve is Hoffman now. 13-7. Lady Tigers down by 6 points. Serve across to Clay Center. Jones, trouble getting it. It's kept alive while lying on her back. Edmondson kept that in play, but now the stuff across by Baldwin will put the Bulldogs on top 14-7. Mac Edmondson had go for the first get. It was partially dug by Jones, and while laying on the ground, Edmondson kept it alive. They actually got it across net, but then Baldwin got the winner. Here's Williams, the Franson, Emily Ebert. It's stuffed back across, dug by Jones. Now Franson, Kelsey Jones winds it up. It's saved by Baldwin. Middle hit, goes back row and long off the spike this time from Stein, and Clay Center has service back. They trail by 6 here, 14-8. First time they've been down this many points in the state championship, but it's not uncommon for the Lady Tigers to be able to come back in matches. They've done it all year long. They did it in the 2 sets yesterday against Girard, remember. Now a spike up front put home by Baldwin. 15-8. Lady Tigers trail set 1 of the championship match. Hoffman's their correction. That is, serve across from Valentine, actually. Play at net for Clay Center, comes across. Royal Valley. This will be a free ball for Clay Center. Williams. Here's Franson. The back set. Diekman goes cross court but wide. And now 16-8. Clay Center trails by 8 points. 16-8. And to keep the service will again be Corey Valentine. The Lady Tigers down by 8, needing something to happen here. Diving dig, and Clay Center has an ace again. They're down 17-8 right now. 17-8. And a timeout's going to be taken again by Coach Robert Moran. We'll keep it right here and talk a little Green Team Cars, one of our halftime sponsors. We get a chance to talk out through the matches here in high school volleyball, and greenteamcars.com, where you can go and find all kinds of information on what is happening at the Green Team. For instance, they'll tell you that you'll want to discover the class-leading Chrysler 300 performance, technology, and all kinds of security features and safety that you'll find. They're focusing on that on their website. You'll also find in the service department. You don't have to talk much about that this weekend, but it's what works out for a chance to go $79.95 for 4 essential car oil changes. That's about $19.99 each if you pay for them in advance. Once you pay for them, you go back into the service department. They'll take care of you at Green Team Cars. Play Center trailing 17-8 right now. On defense, out of the timeout. Williams, Franson, middle set. Here's Diekman, a little soft spike across. They're a curveball at him. They got to hit back at it, and it's put back in again up front by Stein. And Baldwin has it going in the first set. 18-8, they now lead over the Lady Tigers. Baldwin, Valentine to serve, and she has been at serve for quite some time now. And it's ace. Lady Tigers, again, unable to cover up the back row. Edmondson diving to her left. parallel to the ground trying to come up with it and unable to do so. Now it's 19-8 Baldwin. And they are set to serve once more. Valentine brings it across. A little soft serve this time. It'll be Edmondson. Diekman or Branson sets it across. Now it's rolled across by Edmondson after a hit up front. And now a spike put on by Stein again. And Baldwin, I mean, they are in a rhythm right now. And the Lady Tigers just scrambling to try to get their legs back underneath, it seems like. 20-8, Baldwin the lead by 12. First set. The serve again from Valentine, and finally a mistake on serve. She had to have had 9 service points in a row. Play center down 11, back with the serve. It will be Megan Blake rotating into serving. 20-9. Blake with the serve. On its way across. Bullock picked up front. The set. Stein toward net. Clay Center scrambling, unable to get it across. They had 3 diving digs at it, but each one went into the net. They're now down 21-9. Baldwin to serve as Tina Smith, the libero for Baldwin, brings it across. Here's Blake. Branson sets it up front. Diekman will soft it across with the set. Up front again, not Stein this time. Blocked back home. Diekman with the stuff and the point for Clay Center at 21-10. They went middle that time. I believe Hoffman had the hit on it, but it was Diekman stuffing it back home to the back corner. And now Macy Diekman will serve it. Play center down by 11. Serve comes up to the front row. Here's Stein again. She's had a big first set, and the dig by Diekman goes out of play, 21-10. The Lady Tigers, or 22-10, I should say, down by a dozen. And Baldwin approaching that point where they're going to have a set point before long. The serve on its way goes long. A freebie to Clay Center. The serve from Stein went out. Macy Franson to serve it. Clay Center doubled up here, down 22-11. 20-11. Franson jump serve on its way. Just goes across the tape. Stuffed by Hamill. Royal Valley scrambling. They will stay alive to the back row. Williams up front. Here's Branson. The set for Edmondson. Winds it up, and it's long. And Clay Center now trails 23-11. Pretty good look that time. And Edmondson just hit it long. Baldwin to serve. Across it comes. Williams. Now to Franson. Middle set. Hamill slams one across. Royal Valley handles it. Here's a play at net up front. It's good. This one across and home from Emily Bennett. So it's now set point for Baldwin over Clay Center, 24-11. And the serve. Williams sliding in. The dig to Ebert. And now Clay Center miscommunicating will lose the first set of the state championships. 11-25 is your score. We'll head to set 2. The Lady Tigers down 1-0 here in the state championships. Back in just a moment.
The servers, the bumpers, the setters, the spikers. All great forces to be reckoned with in volleyball. Not one position is less important than the other. All have equal impact in a match, standing together in victory and defeat. The Lady Tigers are exceptional on and off the court and need your continued support. 6 players on the court working as one. And as one, they will succeed. They are a team. And Hutchinson Mayrath of Clay Center, a division of Global Industries, salute the Lady Tigers.
When I bag my prize buck this season, I can't hang it and keep it cool in the garage. Not with my wife screaming at me about it or my teenage daughter ranting about it on social media. So I'll just use Clay Center Locker to take care of it. They'll process all my wild game, and when I get it back, it'll be custom cut to my specifications. I always pick up some of their own beef and pork to take care of dinner for the week, and of course, I always treat myself to some jerky sticks. Thank you, Clay Center Locker.
Don't let hail damage get you down. Let McGee Roofing provide expert help to repair or replace a roof that suffered from hail damage. They're a reputable family-owned business since 1977 and certified in roofing, siding, windows, and guttering. McGee Roofing will work with all insurance companies to get your home upgraded and improved to withstand the elements. Call McGee Roofing in Clay Center at 800-273-4755 and let them take care of the hail damage.
Add a delicious loin roast to your fall menu. Just throw it in the crock pot for a savory, tender, flavorful main dish for dinner. Kear's Thriftway has a whole KC loin on sale for $4.99 a pound, and the meat department can cut it to your specification for free. You can also get farmland sliced bacon for $2.99 in the 1-pound package, limit please, and pork steak in the family pack for $1.99 a pound. Fill the freezer with more meaty deals this week at Kear's Thriftway in Clay Center, Washington, and Mankato.
It'll be Baldwin with the opening serve here in set number 2. The Lady Tigers losing their first set of the state championships, and now we'll have to try to stretch it to a third. Here's a set up front. Diekman slams it in. Point, Clay Center. The Lady Tigers have a 1-0 lead to start. Diekman, the big hit. They had a block on it up front from Kelsey Keel, but it was right into the tape. Here's Ebert, serve across. Here's the sideline, picked up to the front row. Stein softs it across, the dig from Ebert. Here's Franson, the set for Jones, partially blocked. Back across net, Franson. Diekman sets it across. Now it's going to be up front, hit to the back row. Great dig from Williams. Now a hit across from Diekman. Back up front, Royal Valley. Keel blocked by Franson. Stein with the hit. The get from Edmondson, one-armed. And now it's rolled across from Franson. One more chance up in net. Stein softs it into open court, and it's a 1-1 tie. Great scramble both sides. The Lady Tigers staying alive on that point, but eventually Baldwin would come up with the point, and they had the service back. We're tied at 1, set number 2. We do know that Washington County is into the finals in 2A. Here's a set up front, and Diekman has to set it herself across the net. Now rolled across the Clay Center. The pass to Franson to Diekman with the slam and the point. It's 2-1. Lady Tigers get the points and has the lead back by 1. To serve it now, Megan Blake rotating in. Washington County took 3 sets to win it, but they're in the championships. They'll head to the finals. There's a serve from Blake that goes into net, and so Clay Center now tied it 2 apiece. Axtell also competing this morning. We have not had an update on that score as of yet. We'll try to continue to work on getting that for you. Here's a serve across. Passed up front. Franson rolls it to the back row of Baldwin. Middle set, Stein. Softs it across. Clay Center unable to cover the back row. They say it was on the ground. Clay Center thought they had saved it, but they did not. I do have a final on Axtell. They did lose 3 sets to Sharon Springs, so Axtell will face Fowler for the 3rd place in 1A Division II. Here's a pass up front. Williams, big dig off the serve from Bryan. Now a play at net for Baldwin, and on the back row, Ebert unable to fend off the spike, and Baldwin will lead over the Lady Tigers 4-2 now in this second set. The serve coming from Tina Smith. Here's Blake, front row, set for Diekman, winds it up, another winner. Diekman's second kill in this set alone, her 3rd of the match. Correction, that would be her 3rd of the set already. It's 4-3. Serve across from Diekman. Passed up front. Stein with a play for Baldwin. It's going to go long, but it was tipped out of play, so a point to the Bulldogs. 5-3. The serve to Stein of Baldwin. 5-3 the lead for the Bulldogs. Here's Blake, the pass up front. Franson, long run to set it for Edmondson. Has to set it across the net. Play up front, Hoffman, and it's blocked out of bounds. 6-3 now. Clay Center trailing by a triple. The block try up front. They did get a hand to it. And Stein again to serve. Down 1 set for Clay Center. The serve across. And barely handled. Ebert way off, and she did go off the court. You have to stay on the court to make contact, and she had no chance but to run back under the Baldwin student section and try to get to that volleyball. So now it's 7-3, and Clay Center down by 4 in set number 2, down 1 set to none. Serve across, and it goes into net, so a free point for Clay Center. They'll get the point and the serve back. It will be Macy Franson to serve it. The Lady Tigers need a little run to start right here. Franson serve across, passed up front, set to Hoffman, partially blocked and out of play. That'll be point to Baldwin and they have really hit it well in this matchup against the Lady Tigers. They lead it 8-4 now. Number 1 and number 3 seeds matching up. Most felt coming in, these will be the two teams playing for the state championship, and they are. Here's Williams to Franson. Hamill winds it up. It's out, not tipped. Point to Baldwin. And we have a timeout taken by the Lady Tigers. Play center down 9-4. We'll come back with more state championship coverage on KCLY.
Since 1949, Presbyterian Manors of Mid-America has offered innovative health and wellness programs for one reason: so older adults can live healthier, happier lives at every age. At Clay Center Presbyterian Manor, we engage resident mind, body, and soul through exercise classes, social activities, and spiritual opportunities. Living healthy and happy, that's the real art of life. And you will find it at Clay Center Presbyterian Manor. Learn more. Visit claycenterpresbyterianmanor.org.
9-4 is the scoring here. The Lady Tigers trailing by 5 right now as they are matched up against Baldwin, and their backs against the wall, down 1-0, and they trail 9-4. Here's the serve coming across. Blake the dig. Franson outside set. This is Ebert, and a winner for the Lady Tigers. Out of the timeout, Emily Ebert slams it in. 9-5 now. And we'll have more reports, remember, coming up from the cross-country state championships with Garla Pearson. Here's a serve from Mac Edmondson. Play at net. Hoffman winds up and puts one home again, and they are just hitting huge right now. Jordan Hoffman, 6 foot and a senior. And they have been right in rhythm from the start of this match. And the Clay Center Tiger boys in Class 4A taking second place as a team. Here's a serve across. Williams up front. Franson sets it across, trying to find open court. Now a bit of a scramble for Baldwin. The stuff back home by Courtney Hamill. Hamill slams it back in. It's 10-6. Clay Center trailing. Caleb Siebold, the top runner for the Tigers, took 11th place overall as the boys ran second place as a team. Also, Caleb Rookstuhl taking a 15th place. Here's the serve from Clay Center across. Roll to Clay Center. They've got a free ball. Here's Williams. The Franson. Diekman only can set it across, though. Now play up front. And stuff back in. Ebert with the point. Clay Center within 3 at 10-7. Emily Ebert with the stuff on the rally scramble from Baldwin that trip, and Lauren Williams will again serve. Cross it comes. Nearly an ace. Play up front. Stuff back. And a scramble for Baldwin. They will keep it in play. Clay Center gets to the cross nets. Now the play outside, and it's partially blocked. Clay Center still alive here. High ball goes way deep toward the net now for Baldwin. Back row dig. Edmondson again. Clay Center just staying alive at this point. Down by 3. Play at net. Soft block. Edmondson to Franson. Middle set. Diekman winds it up, and it's dug out of the back row by Baldwin. Now it's blocked again. Ebert keeps it alive. Jones. And now it is Edmondson, and it comes across. It caught Tate. One more shot, and again the dig by Williams to Franson. And Diekman rolls it across. Baldwin, another hit up at net. This one stuffed back. No, stuffed on the same side. Boy, Clay Center, point after point, spike after spike, kept themselves in the game, but eventually ran out of room, and the Lady Tigers give the point up 11-7. What a rally back and forth, though. Save after save. The serve now for Baldwin. Hoffman brings it across. Jones to Franson. Back set. It's Diekman in the middle. Partially blocked. Now the play up front. Heel puts it to the back row. It's Williams. Here's Franson to Diekman again. Kept alive by Baldwin. Back row spike. Goes wide. Points to Clay Center. They're back within 3. 11-8. Waiting for results on the Clay Center Lady Tigers, who were set to run at 11:30, so probably just getting underway. Here's a pass up front, another play at the net, and partially blocked, but out of bounds. And Baldwin takes the lead back by 4 now. Stein up there in the front row, that I think that hit coming from Kelsey Keel. 12-8, and the serve back to Baldwin. It will be Corey Valentine to serve it. Serve on its way across. Williams. Franson, middle set. Diekman winds it up and plants it in. Point Clay Center. Diekman with her 5th kill in this match. And the Lady Tigers trailing 25, or losing 25-11 in the first matchup, now trail by 3, 12-9 in the second set. Trying to stretch it to a set 3. Blake, the serve, goes long, and to a 13-9. Now it's Baldwin back up by 4. So it'll be Bulldog serve. Tina Smith will have that service. To Clay Center, Blake. And Franson, a long run to get to this one. Beekman will roll it across. Play up front for Stein. Soft spike. Now stuffed back across. Clay Center still scrambling. Point Clay Center as Baldwin went into net. Well, here's the point they've gotten to now 3 times. Within 3 after trailing by as many as 5. They can make another step in that direction. Here's the serve from Beekman. Up toward the net, a little scramble play. It goes out of bounds. Point Clay Center, they're within 2 at 13-11. The ace from Beekman on the serve. The pass on the back row went right up by the tape. 13-11. Serve from Beekman across to the back row. Up front, they'll have a play for Stein at net. Winds it up. It's blocked back. Courtney Hamill back. Edmondson on the play, and the Lady Tigers are within 1. And a timeout now for Baldwin. 13-12. Clay Center has serve in set number 2 when we bring you back to the Bicentennial Center.
Just as every amazing setter needs a great pass, every amazing hitter needs a great setter. Everyone needs their teammates to back each other up. That's the key ingredient for a successful team and an excellent volleyball season. I'm Julie Hamill with Clay County National Bank, and we proudly support the Lady Tigers. We also understand that to reach your goals, you need a bank that meets your level of financial needs. We are that bank, and as always, we're glad to serve you at Clay County National Bank. Member FDIC.
13-12. The Lady Tigers right back in this thing. Now they trail by just 1, and they have the serve. Baldwin with the timeout. Beekman service. Smith passes up front to Stein again. Off balance spike. Beekman, trouble handling it, though, as she was moving away to her right, and it's going to go out of play. Clay Center will trail 14-12. Stein back to serve it now for Baldwin. Clay Center down by 2. Serve goes across. Blake, good pass to Franson. Far side set. Edmondson winds it up. It's dug by Stein on the back row. Now a play up at net. Soft spike across. Dug by Edmondson. Middle set. Hamill slams it across and good. Clay Center right back within 1. Courtney Hamill, the silent assassin, puts one home. Clay Center down 14-13. And Macy Franson to serve it. Lady Tigers trying to stretch this to a third and deciding set. They trail by 1, 14-13. The jump serve. Up front, Hoffman winds it up. Hits some tape. Blake, Williams, both scrambling. Ebert gets it across for Clay Center. Now a middle setup. Soft spike, and it finds open territory. Coach Robert Moran wanted a call. He got it. He got the lift as the spike went up that time, and Valentine or Hoffman, one of the two, kind of caught it in their hand and guided it where they wanted. They carried it a little ways. We're tied at 14. Franson will serve it. And almost a mishandle in the back row. Hoffman, spike, cross court, picked up there by Blake. Franson, back set, Ebert, spiked or stuffed back across. Now Franson to the back row off the set. Little scramble here for Royal Valley. Free ball for Clay Center. Williams, Franson for the lead. Across court, Edmondson, stuffed back, into net. Clay Center has the lead. Edmondson the kill. The Lady Tigers, their first lead of this match, 15-14. Second set, they lead it by 1. Edmondson the kill. Here's the serve from Franson. It's an ace, and it's 16-14. The Cobra strikes big with an ace on the serve. That will be her first of the match, and the Lady Tigers now lead by 2. Who will be first to 20? Franson this time goes cross court. 2 aces in a row for Macy Franson, and it's 17-14. Franson again will serve it. The Lady Tigers now lead it by 3, trying to get to a state championship deciding third set. Here's Franson's serve. Hot 8 comes across. Up front, a play for Hoffman. Williams, a good dig. Franson, the set for Edmondson. Soft spike to the middle court. Point Clay Center. They're up 18-14. Edmondson, 2 straight kills, her 4th of this match. And Macy Franson on a run right now at serve. A 4-point, 18-14 lead. Branson, again the jump serve across. Smith up front. They set it for Hoffman again. Soft spike, Edmondson. Branson, middle set, Hamill. Yes! 19-14. Courtney Hamill with her fourth kill. And Baldwin wants another timeout. The Lady Tigers lead it by 5 in set number 2. Trying to get to a third and deciding set. We'll see if they get it done when we come back.
Are you in the market for a new home, or are you ready to remodel the one you live in? Hi, this is Carla Sweet at United Bank & Trust in Clay Center. As a local lender, I will take the time to sit down with you and discuss the different financing options that are available, and more importantly, that are right for you. Together, we will bring you one step closer to enjoying your new home or newly remodeled space. Give me a call or stop by and see us. United Bank & Trust, you bank, we deliver. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
They lead it 19-14. A serve here to try to get first to 20. Macy Franson will have that serve. A 5-point Lady Tiger lead in set 2. The serve across. Pass up front. The set. Flat-footed spike goes good, they say, right in front of Coach Robert Moran. He was calling it out. The line judge right there said, no, it's good. And it's 19 now, 15, or 19-15. The Lady Tiger lead it down to 4. The serve coming from Baldwin. Blake to Franson. Outside hit for Emily Ebert down the line. Baldwin scrambles and stays alive. To the back row, Williams. Franson again to Edmondson. And winner, Clay Center, the first to 20. They lead it by 5 now. 20-15. Clay Center with the lead, 5 points away from stretching this to a third and final set. Here's Mac Edmondson to serve it. Back row, Smith up front. The set for Hoffman. Blocked by Ebert, but out of bounds. It's 20-16. 4-point Lady Tiger lead. It will be back to serve freshman 5'6" Emily Bennett. Bennett gets the go whistle from the official. Serve on its way across. Dipping in there, and it's an ace. 20-17. Lauren Williams immediately after the dive standing up and saying, my bad, my bad. And she dove in there trying to get the pass up front, unable to get to it. 20-17. Here's the serve again from Bennett. This time Edmondson to Franson. Middle set. Hamill winds it up. Blocked back across. Jones diving after it, unable to get to it. Now Clay Center's lead is down to 2. 20-18. The serve again will be Bennett. 2-point Lady Tiger lead. They need this set to stretch it. The serve is long. 21-18. Mac Edmondson eyed it all the way down to the line to see it go out and get the point. The serve it is Lauren Williams. 21-18. Serve across. This one long. 21-19. So the Lady Tiger mistake gives the point to Baldwin. And now a 2-point lead for the Lady Tigers, 21-19. The serve coming from the Bulldogs. This will be Jordan Hoffman, 6-foot senior, with the serve. Across it comes. Edmondson to Franson. Here's Diekman up front. Blocked back across. Williams to Franson. Back set. Ebert. She'll wind it up. It's blocked. Clay Center scrambles. It's Diekman setting it across. Now it's an outside hit for Stein. Again, Clay Center a good scramble. Ebert for Diekman. The spike across. Picked up by, again, Baldwin. Now the spike to the back row. Williams diving it. It's Franson across to Jones. Her spike. Pay dirt. And the Lady Tigers lead at 22-19. Kelsey Jones with the kill. And Clay Center 3 points away from getting it to a third set. Emily Ebert will have the serve for the Lady Tigers. On its way across. Passed up front. The set for Stein. Blocked back by Franson. Now set to the back row. Williams to Franson. Middle set. Diekman. Yes! And the Lady Tigers have gone up by 4. 23-19. To serve it again, the Lady Tigers, Emily Ebert, 2 points from a third set. Diekman with the points. 6 kills I have her for in this match. The serve from Ebert. Up front, back set, heel, and it's into tape. Jones on the play, 24-19. The Lady Tigers have set point. Ebert will serve. Coach Robert Moran says one at a time. Emily Ebert to serve it. 24-19. Set point for the Lady Tigers. On its way across. Pass up front. Here's a set across. Diving in. Franson, and they keep it alive on a scramble. Back up to the front. Middle set partially blocked. Now, no, it's a point to Baldwin. Clay Center, someone in the net trying to go up and block on Stein that time. So Clay Center's lead is 24-20. Corey Valentine will serve it for the Bulldogs. Lady Tigers have set points on its way across. Jones, Franson to go to a third set. Diekman, yes! And the Lady Tigers are headed to a third and deciding set for the state championships here in Salina. 25-20. Set 3 is on the way from the Bi-Center next.
At Central Valley Ag, we're growing agriculture together. Our agronomy division incorporates the latest technologies to support and strengthen your on-the-farm success. We continuously invest in state-of-the-art equipment to expand capacity and maximize efficiency in supplying your operation. Central Valley Ag is committed to serving the needs of our Nebraska and Kansas customers through dedicated professionals providing innovative solutions that grow value. Stop by a Central Valley Ag location today. Learn more about how we're growing agriculture together.
A Ford-certified pre-owned vehicle is the way to go, especially for value-conscious people. And at Hanson Ford and Clay Center, they have a good selection to choose from. Get 2.9% APR for up to 60 months, available on eligible pre-owned Ford and Mercury vehicles. Rates available only through Ford Credit. In addition, all contracts are subject to credit approval as determined by Ford Credit. Don't wait, the best ones go fast at Hanson Ford and Clay Center.
How will your wheat crop make it through this winter? It's up to you to give it the best fighting chance and a jump on the spring growing season with a fall fertilizing application. Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales is ready with stabilized N in 2 forms, field and site-specific variable rate technology, and custom application. With the experience of field specialists Brent, Allen, Darren, Kent, or Mike Green, they clearly understand the problems customers face. You can count on Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Hi, I'm Tammy Taylor, the business account rep for Twin Valley. What's your favorite part of fall? Is it the colors, cooler temperatures, or activities? If you're a business owner, your favorite part might be this sound. One way you can save your business money is by installing a new hosted voice system. You get the best communication solution and save money. For a limited time, your business can take advantage of our buyback opportunity. Call 1-800-515-3311 for a free estimate.
Well, the Lady Tigers, a third and deciding set here for the state championships. Baldwin really dominant in the first set. 25-11 started out with a lead of 5 in the second set, and then Clay Center just kept inching forward, closing that gap, and eventually stretching it out to a 25-20 win. The Lady Tigers will have serve to start as Lauren Williams with the volleyball in hand waiting for the whistle start, and here it goes. Third set on its way across. Play up front for Hoffman and a big slam. Baldwin has the early lead, 1-0, and they'll have service back. Jordan Hoffman has been big at the net for the Bulldogs, and now the serve to Hoffman on the back row. Across it comes. Clay Center down 1. Pass up front. Edmondson. Franson. Middle set. Diekman. Slam on the way across. Picked up on the back row. Now set up near the front. Flat-footed spike. It's picked up by Edmondson again. Here's Franson. Back set. Ebert. Sets it across. Almost found open court. A scramble for Baldwin. Now they put it into net. We're tied at 1. 1-1 tie. Back to serve. Emily Ebert. On its way across. Pass up front. Now let's set it for Stein. Soft spike, and nobody able to get to the middle court. Wasn't covered. A couple of players kind of looking to see who should have been there, but it's a point to Baldwin, 2-1. And the serve for the Bulldogs from Valentine. Franson sets it up in the middle of the forearm set, and Diekman sets it across. Now a middle play, blocked partially by Diekman. Now to Edmondson, who sets it up front. Franson puts it across on a punch. Now it's set for Keel. Block back home. Macy Diekman was there. Kelsey Jones also helping out. That's the third block of this game for Macy Diekman. 2-2 tie. To serve it, Megan Blake for the Lady Tigers right in front of that Tiger student section. The serve. On the sideline, picked up. Now a play up front, and it's going to be pulled wide on the spike. Clay Center has a 3-2 lead here early. Megan Blake to serve. 3-2, Lady Tiger lead, third set. Across it comes, barely clearing tape. Set up front for Stein, and a point good for the Bulldogs. We're tied at 3. Back and forth they go here in the state championship final. Baldwin won the first set 25-11. Got up by 5 points in the second set, and the Lady Tigers then stormed back to win it 25-20. Here's a near ace. Clay Center unable to scramble, and now Baldwin has the lead. Barely cleared net, and it was so soft, it just kind of ducked down right after it came across the tape. And so Clay Center down by 1, 4-3. The serve again from Smith. Blake, Franson, the set for Diekman. The spike gathered on the back row. A play here. No, not a play. Just a push across by Baldwin. Chance for Clay Center. Far side set. Edmondson winds it up, catches some tape. It's dug out on the back row. Now a play up at net. Blocked by Franson, but it stays on her side of the court. Now 5-3. Baldwin with a 2-point lead. 5-3 lead, Baldwin. Clay Center on defense right now. Here's Edmondson. Franson, back set. Diekman winds it up and slams another one in. Diekman with 7 kills, and the Lady Tigers down by just 1. Macy Diekman back to serve it. That was a back set. She was outside hitting that time. Diekman off the set with her back to her, Macy Franson. Great combination for the Lady Tigers through their career. Here's a play up front for Stein. Soft spike across, and she got the Lady Tigers off balance. Clay Center down 6-4. Down by 2. It'll be Baldwin with the serve. It's Stein to bring it across. Soft into net, 6-5. So a mistake by Baldwin gives the Lady Tigers the service. Macy Franson went on that great run. Had a couple of aces in the last set. Several points as she was serving. Let's see if we can get another one going earlier in this final set. Franson serve across. Nearly an ace here. It is her third ace of this match, and we're tied at 6. Macy Franson with her third ace in the match, and the Lady Tigers have a chance to take the lead. The jump serve from Franson. Smith handles this one. A play up front. Blocked into net by Ebert and Hamill. It's 7-6. Baldwin with a 1-point lead. Lady Tigers back to defense. Serving for the Bulldogs will be Emma Burnett. Serve on its way across. Williams, Franson, far side. Ebert winds it up. Good spike. A scramble. Baldwin won't get it. We're tied at 7. 7-7 tie, and Mac Edmondson now to serve for the Lady Tigers. Serve across from Edmondson to the back row. Passed up front. Up near the net. Stuff back across and good. Kelsey Jones with the stuff. The secret agent gives the Lady Tigers the lead now at 8-7, and Edmondson again to serve it. Third and deciding set of this championship match for the Lady Tigers. Jump serve from Edmondson. Dips in there. Ball on the play for Valentine. Stuff back home. Emily Ebert this time. And now Clay Center leads at 9-7. Edmondson continues with serve. Ebert, the stuff on Valentine. Pound just inside the line across the net for the point. Edmondson serve. Comes across, up front, set across. Williams the dig. Franson gets it up near net. Hamill has it stuffed, but Williams is there. Now Franson for Jones. Soft spike to the back row. Here's a play up front for Hoffman, and point to Baldwin. Clay Center leads by 1 now, 9-8. Baldwin will have serve back. We will have reports coming. We've got a couple already and ready to go from Garrett Pearson. She's just waiting her chance to get on to give you a look at the state cross-country championship. Here's a play up front. Franson to Hamill. The point will be saved by Baldwin. Actually, no, their roll across goes out. 10-8, Clay Center leads. They had the scramble part taken care of, and they were unable to finish it off. Lauren Williams, near ace, dug out back row, middle play for Hoffman. Boy, she pounds it home. 10-9, though. Clay Center still leads it. Lady Tigers by 1. 10-9. Hoffman to serve for Baldwin. Third set. Into net. Clay Center leads 11-9. And the serve to Emily Eberts. Branson, Diekman, Jones, front row, Edmondson, Williams out there. And to serve Emily Eberts. The Lady Tigers lead it 11-9. Serve to the back row, picked up by Baldwin. They'll have a play up at net for Stein. And Williams just unable to come up with the dig. It goes out of play. Point to Baldwin. 11-10 now. Clay Center's lead is back at 1. What a state championship here in 4A Division II. The Lady Tigers losing the first set 25-11, then winning 25-20. Now we're at 11-10. Clay Center the lead. Here's Diekman off the set from Franson. It's put to the back row. Baldwin trying to stay alive at the point. They will. Williams, Franson, the set again. Diekman guides it away from the blockers. And again, a scramble for Baldwin. They keep it again alive. Edmondson, Branson, outside hit now. Point good. Diekman, 3 straight hits at net. The third one does the trick. And Lady Tigers now lead 12-10. 2 middle hits. Looked like she had the point on the kill. Finally, Branson sent her on that little banana route to the outside right, and she slammed it home. It's 12-10. Megan Blake will serve it. Across it comes. Here's a play up front for Baldwin, and it is good on a spike up front by Emma Burnett. Or check that, correction. That spike coming from, yes, it was Emma Burnett. To serve it, Kyna Smith. 12-11, Clay Center up by 1. Back and forth, these two teams battle for the state title. Blake, this hit on the dig, but it's Branson getting it in play. Now Diekman across the net. Play up front. Burnett again. Great dig by Williams. It's Branson. Back, falling back was Edmondson. Got the spike across. Now a back row hit by Hoffman. Branson middle set. Diekman sets it across. Trying to throw him a curveball. Now Blake a dig. Branson gets underneath it for him. Set for Edmondson. Point is good. Clay Center leads 13-11. A great scramble again for the Lady Tigers. And how about Macy Branson sliding in underneath of that to get a forearm set that was perfect for Mac Edmondson to slam down the line. Here's Macy Diekman with the serve. Lady Tigers by 2. Stein at net. Diekman keeps it alive. Clay Center will not be able to get it across, though, as they were scrambling on that big hit from Stein up at the net. 13-12 now. Lady Tigers lead by 1. Baldwin back with the service. Stein. Across it comes. It is Blake to Franson. Far side, Edmondson winds another one up and finds pay dirt again. 14-12. Mac Edmondson now has 6 kills unofficially in this match. 14-12, the lead for Clay Center, and now Macy Franson, who has 3 aces in this match, back to service. A 2-point lead. Serve. Dips in there. That is, well, wait a minute. Baldwin actually dug this out. I thought she had her 4th ace. Here's a set for Edmondson. One more time. Baldwin again scrambling, and they'll keep it alive. Here's Williams to Franson. Middle set, Hamill. And Courtney Hamill gets it home. Clay Center their biggest lead of this match, or in this set, 15-12. And now we will have a timeout at 15-12. The Lady Tigers lead it by 3. Stay with us. State Championship Volleyball continues on 100.9.
Think about all the things that make you feel comfortable and at home. Qualities like respect, support, lifelong relationships, a sense of belonging, shared values, a place that's just worth being. You'll find all of these when you come to Clay Center. Moving back was one of the best decisions we ever made as a family, and we enjoy raising our kids in a small town with good neighbors, an active church, and businesses that provide everything you need. Comfortable and inviting, just like home. The same can be said for Union State Bank. Member FDIC.
This is 100.9 FM, KCLY, Clay Center.
15-12. Clay Center the lead. Baldwin with the timeout after the Lady Tigers get the big hit up front from Mac Edmondson. Macy Franson to serve. Last serve she had, I thought, was in for an ace, and to give Baldwin a lot of credit, both these teams just scrambling to get to anything and everything. It has been some kind of special match after Baldwin really dominated the first set, remember. Clay Center had to come from behind in set 2, and now this one has just been back and forth. Franson with the serve. Smith passes up front, and now they'll just be rolled across. Free ball for Clay Center. Williams, Franson, far side set. Edmondson winds it up. The Mac truck gets a good one in there. Now up front, it goes into net to the back row, and good. Clay Center's defense so tied up to the nets, and once it finally was put in play by Baldwin after it hit off the nets, it goes in for a point. It's 15-13, Clay Center by 2. The serve from Baldwin. Blake, good dig. Here's Hamill for Ebert, and point, Clay Center, 16-13. Emily Ebert makes it a 3-point Lady Tiger lead. Mac Edmondson to serve. And we know Washington County playing for a state title in 2A today. Axtell playing for the 3rd place finish in Class 1A Division 2. Edmondson serve. Smith up front. Here's a set for Hoffman. Big slam across and good. It's 16-14. Clay Center's lead is down to 2. Axtell has won 25-16 first sets over Fowler in that 3rd place matchup. So Axtell trying to play for 3rd. They're up 1-9. Here's the serve coming across the Clay Center. Jones to Franson. Middle set for Hamill. She does it again. Hamill's 5th kill. Clay Center now up 17-14. And Hamill will rotate out after another big hit in the middle off the set for who else but Franson. On its way across on the serve from Lauren Williams now. Middle set. Partially blocked, but Hoffman gets it in. Diekman got quite a bit of that one. But Hoffman's so strong when she gets the chance to wind up and go. So now the serve back to Baldwin. The Lady Tiger lead is 2, 17-15. Hoffman will be the server for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be an ace service. Edmondson backing up and diving left. Just got a hand to it. That was all. Now 1-point set in the final set of this match. 17-16. Hoffman looking to serve. She checks the defense quickly. 3 dribbles and now brings it across. Same area. Edmondson this time handles it. Franson, middle set. Diekman winds it up, partially blocked. Back up front. Now a play by Hoffman from the back row. Great dig by Edmondson. Here's Franson to Jones. Cross court and picked up by Baldwin. Now in the middle. Partially blocked. Clay Center with a wave at it by Kelsey Jones just to keep it alive. It ends up going out of play. We're tied at 17. The Lady Tigers want to keep the lead. Both crowds on their feet, urging their teams on in this 3rd and final set. 17-17. Hoffman again to serve. Into net. Clay Center gets the lead back on a ball to the stage. 18-17. It'll be Ebert to serve it. You have Edmondson and Williams out there back row. Up front, Jones, Diekman, and Franson. Ebert to serve. Baldwin with a chance up front for Stein. Back row, but it's pulled wide and long. The Lady Tigers up 19-17. Ebert will again serve it. 2-point Lady Tiger edge. Coach Moran, quick instructions to his server. Ebert nods and now brings the serve across. Pass up front. It's set across. Stuffed home. Macy Diekman puts Clay Center first to 20. They lead by 3. Diekman the stuff block home and a timeout taken by Baldwin. Stay here. More Tiger volleyball continues state championship style on KCOY.
Printing pictures from your smartphone or tablet is easy with the new photo machine at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack. The new technology of this photo machine lets you print directly from Facebook along with your camera card or USB drive. The result is a vibrant, excellent quality prints in a variety of sizes ready to share or frame. Get those pictures off your smartphone or tablet with the new photo machine at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack in Clay Center.
Back once again, we bring you to Salina's Bicentennial Center. Clay Center now 5 points away from a state championship. Tied at 17, they've wrapped off 3 straight points. Emily Ebert to serve it, leading 20-17. Baldwin, a chance at net. This is Stein. And it'll be a point to Baldwin, now within 2, 20-18. Baldwin with the serve, Corey Valentine. Serve on its way across to the back row. This will be Edmondson, front set. Diekman just pushed back across. Edmondson, Branson, Diekman again off balance. Reaches with the left hand. They call her for the lift. They misread where they were going, so Clay Center's lead is down to 1. Clay Center Lady Tiger cross country has wrapped up. They take a 5th-place finish at state today as a team. Tiger boys took first. Here's a set in the middle. Diekman slams it home. 21-19. Branson to Diekman. How much fun is it when they connect? It's a 2-point Lady Tiger lead. Andrea Chestnut, the top Tiger finisher today, took a 19th place medal home. We'll have full reports coming from Garla Pearson when we have a chance to get to those reports following this match. Megan Blake to serve for Clay Center up 21-19. And a serve that goes long. Last-second decision by Kyna Smith to get out of the way. And it went long. The Lady Tigers, 21-20, lead it now by just 1. Serve short one. Picked up by Blake. Branson to Diekman. Slams it home! 22-20. Diekman with another pill across the nets and in for the points. 22-20. 2-point Lady Tiger lead. Macy Diekman will have the serve. Washington County takes their first set, 25-23 over Wabaunsee in the 2A state championships we just found out. Here's Stein up front. Blocked back by Edmondson, but out of bounds. It's a 22-21 Lady Tiger lead of just 1. 22-21. Here's the serve from Stein. Blake to Franson. Edmondson winds it up. It comes back across tape. The pass for Franson. Back to Edmondson again. Soft spike. Doesn't quite find open court. Now it's set across by Baldwin. Back again for Edmondson. This time down the line. Winner. 23-21. Tremendous diving get. I think that was Megan Blake who somehow dove in the middle to keep the play alive. And Edmondson's third strike at it finds pay dirt. 23-21. On its way across, the serve from Franson. An ace! Her 4th ace of the match. And the Lady Tigers are at match point. The serve for the state championship. Macy Franson. The serve across. Tips net. Goes across the net. It's a flat-footed spike. Blake passes up front. Franson. Edmondson for the state title. It's kept alive this trip. Now it's a play up front. Bennett gets it across. Here's Franson. Set for Hamble. And it'll be a point to Baldwin. So they stave off one state championship match point. 24-22. The serve will be coming again from Baldwin. Across it comes. Here's Blake to Franson for the title. Hamill has it blocked back across. It's now 24-23. Baldwin keeps the serve. It's still match point for the Lady Tigers. And the serve comes across. Here's Blake. Franson. The set to Ebert. Spike to the back row. Baldwin still with a chance. Here's a play up front to the back row. Blake. Again, Franson. Far side set. Edmondson for the win. State champion. The Clay Center Lady Tigers have won the school's first state title in history in volleyball at 25-23 in a third and deciding set. Mac Edmondson slammed the final one home, and Clay Center met with a great test in Baldwin. Takes home the school's first volleyball state title in a 3-set thriller, and they win it 25-23 to take the title and the trophy home to CCCHS. Stay right here. Lady Tiger postgame, state championship postgame is on the way next.
You want your documents to look clean, crisp, and professional, not murky and dull. To demonstrate, my assistant Roscoe is going to don this beautiful 3-piece suit.
All right.
And jump into this vat of muddy water.
I knew there had to be a catch.
At Central Office and Clay Center, We have the Lexmark MX310DN laser multifunction printer on sale for $449, as well as a great selection of other mono and color MFPs that will produce documents you can be proud of at prices you can afford. Right, Roscoe? Roscoe, he does know how to swim, doesn't he?
Thinking about buying a new home? Maybe your first? Or just making improvements? Well, that sounds like just another reason to stop by or contact the Citizens National Bank to get the personal attention you deserve when deciding to invest in a home. We know it can be a stressful and confusing process, so let myself, Bryant Johnson, walk you through the home buying process with ease. Stop by the Citizens National Bank and get pre-approved at your convenience. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fall burn down plus long-lasting residue control of tough winter and summer annuals, turn to your Farmway Co-op agronomy team for assistance. By applying an insecticide on alfalfa now, it reduces alfalfa weevil pressure in your fields for better spring control. The time is now. Get a head start in making your fields reach a higher potential. Fall treatments work better. Contact your Farmway Co-op team today.
Ray's Apple Market is extremely grateful for their customers and enjoys providing them with the value and service that always bring them back. Over the years, they've continued to make improvements while keeping their commitment to quality. You will also find new lower pricing on thousands of items throughout the store. Your hometown is a special place, and Ray's Apple Market appreciates your business. This is your town, your store. You deserve the very best money can buy at Ray's Apple Market.
As we return to the Bicentennial Center with Chance of Tiger Family coming from the student section just behind the Lady Tiger bench, Clay Center is your state champion in 4A Division II and in thrilling fashion. Set 1, dominant by Baldwin. They won 25-11. Set 2, it was Baldwin leading by 5 when Clay Center turned the tide and would eventually win that second set 25-20. And the third set was just back and forth, two teams just slugging it out until eventually they come away with the state title 25-23 in that final set. Number 1 ranked preseason, number 1 ranked throughout the season, number 1 seeded, and now it's not rankings, it's not seeds, it is number 1 in the state of Kansas in 4A Division II. Your 41-5 Clay Center Lady Tigers state champions 2014. Stay right here with us. More on the way from the Bicentennial Center in just a moment.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Thanks to a new Oldie soil-specific seed online service, your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Customize every acre with the highest potential hybrid based on soil types, trait package needs, disease threats, and agronomic preferences. Valuable data can also be shared with trusted suppliers. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
My farm is mine. The equipment that works the fields, mine. And with AFS Connect from Case IH, I get real-time updates from anywhere. And the data I get is mine. Mine to use, mine to control, mine to share how I see fit. And that's how it should be. Because when I bought my equipment, I didn't sell my data.
AFS Connect, only from Case IH. Learn more at caseih.com/AFS Connect.
For the best in farming equipment, visit Bruna Implement Company at any of their 5 locations.
Please don't delay in caring for your roof. If you suspect soft spots or leaks, Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement will work hard to provide you with a roof you'll be proud of and quality that will last you for many years to come. Choose from Decra stone-coated steel shingles, heritage shingles, and specialty shingles for your home, and 30-year asphalt to guarantee your roof is worry-free of leaks. Visit their website at geislerroofing.com for your roofing options.
Congratulations to the CCCHS volleyball squad taking regionals, and now the next step, take state. It's been fun to watch as a spectator. Distinctive Images going out of business sale continues with 20% off store-wide, including a large selection of orange and black. Stop and get your stadium seats in black or orange so that you can enjoy the games in comfort for volleyball, football, wrestling, and basketball. Distinctive Images will be open Thursday evening starting November 6th, 503 Court, downtown Clay Center.
fact, once again, here in the Bicentennial Center, they're introducing all 4 teams in their places here. So we're going to get you a chance to hear from Garrett Pearson. Our cross-country report will be coming up next.
KCLY coverage of Clay Center Tiger Volleyball at State Tournament is brought to you in part by United Bank and Trust, Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales, Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack, by Ray's Apple Market, Hutchinson Mayrath, Clay Center Presbyterian Manor, and Twin Valley.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Garrett Pearson reporting from the state cross-country meet in Wamego. I do have the 2A girls results, final results in. And as a team, the winning 3 teams are not in our KCLY listening area. Maranatha Christian from Shawnee were the first place team. 33 points was a phenomenal score for them. Ellenwood was second place with 77, and Decatur Community was third place with 86 points. The first place runner, if you're interested in times, was Lauren Harrell from Maranatha Christian with a time of 14:51. So it was a pretty brisk pace. The teams that I kept an eye on were Wakefield and Washington County. And Wakefield had one runner today at the state meet, Katie Yarrow. She placed 40th in this meet at the state, and her time was 17:42. So congratulations to Katie Yarrow with 40th place at the state meet. And for Washington County, they had 7 runners, so a full team for Washington County. Their first girl placed 64th with a time of 18:46, and that was Madison Stone. Their second girl to finish was Cheyenne Helm in 83rd place with a time of 20:57. Washington County third place runner as a team was Kirsten Kingsbury, and she finished 89th at the state meet with a time of 21:26. Then Washington County's fourth runner, Linda Saylor, in 93rd place with a time of 22:07. Then Washington County's fifth girl was Rachel Wood at 95th place with a time of 22:49. And Washington County's sixth girl was Andrea Bruna in 96th place with a time of 22:53. And Washington County's seventh girl, Ashley Davis, in 97th place with a time of 22:54. So that's where the final results for the 2A girls. And coming up next will be the 1A boys, who are running as we speak, and we'll be getting you the final results on that as soon as possible. If you're just joining us, the Clay Center Tiger boys ran the first race this morning and finished second at state. So congratulations to the Clay Center Tiger boys finishing second as a team at the state meet here in Wamego. So, reporting for KCLY, I'm Garrett Pearson.
KCLY coverage of Clay Center Tiger Volleyball at State Tournament is brought to you in part by Central Valley Ag, McGee Roofing, Citizens National Bank of Clay Center, Greenleaf, Belleville, and Concordia, by Clay Center Locker, Distinctive Images, Oldie Seed Farms, and Clay County National Bank. The servers, the bumpers, the setters, the spikers, all great forces to be reckoned with in volleyball. Not one position is less important than the other. All have equal impact in a match, standing together in victory and defeat. The Lady Tigers are exceptional on and off the court and need your continued support. 6 players on the court working as one, and as one, they will succeed. They are a team. And Hutchinson Mayrath of Clay Center, a division of Global Industries, salute the Lady Tigers.
When I bag my prize buck this season, I can't hang it and keep it cool in the garage. Not with my wife screaming at me about it or my teenage daughter ranting about it on social media. So, I'll just use Clay Center Locker to take care of it. They'll process all my wild game, and when I get it back, it'll be custom cut to my specifications. I always pick up some of their own beef and pork to take care of dinner for the week, and of course, I always treat myself to some jerky sticks. Thank you, Clay center locker.
And we return as the third place and fourth place medals have been handed out. Now the trophies appeared on the court right now as Baldwin receiving their medals for second place. And that means there's one more team that'll get the other trophy, that'll get the trophy, the state championship trophy. And that's the Clay Center Lady Tigers about to be announced. They'll announce all of the non-starters, the administration out on the court with the team. Coaches, of course, will be announced as well. And you'll be able to hear it when this crowd erupts as they announce the state championship. There's the first roar. That's a mild one. They'll wait till that trophy is actually handed to this team in the state championship, and they're announcing, as mentioned, the administration right now. We do have another report coming from Garrett Pearson in a moment, so we'll have that on the way in just a little bit. Again, the Tiger boys cross-country team today taking a second-place finish at state. The girls cross-country team, the Lady Tigers, would finish in a fifth-place team finish, so both had outstanding years. And here the Clay Center Lady Tigers, Coach Robert Moran getting a chance to walk, a wave to the parents and the fans, and he'll get a chance to hand these medals now to his Lady Tiger state championship team. And they'll announce the non-starters first, as mentioned. And we'll announce them with you as they announce all of the players that are on this roster. Taylor Humphrey just announced. Lauren Lane, Keely Jermark now being announced and brought out on the courts. Also, the Lady Tigers, Megan Blake, of course, although a big part of the rotation, announced. Anna Swihart being brought out on the courts. And then and Samantha Carson, who I mentioned, is here too, unable to dress and compete with an injury, but she's certainly here too. Now the starters, Macy Franson, the medal and a hug from Coach. Kelsey Jones announced now for the Lady Tigers. Emily Ebert. So you have the Cobra and the Secret Agent, Triple E, out on the courts. The Eraser, Macy Diekman, heads to Coach Moran for her medal. Smiles across and big hugs for Coach from each of the girls as they get a chance. The Mack Truck, Mac Edmondson, heads out there. The silent assassin, Courtney Hamill, now making her way out on the court for the medal. And as they go down the roster by number, the Lauren Ranger, Lauren Williams, the libero, makes her way out there as well. And now the state championship trophy about to be picked up by this team as Coach Moran gets his medal handed to him. Now the PA waiting for the chance to lift that trophy. And it'll be presented. And it's presented now to the Tiger seniors who all make their way on the court to take in this moment and this state championship trophy. And there is, as mentioned, the roar you were going to hear from the Lady Tiger fans. And they've been great here today following this team. And the Lady Tigers have been far beyond great. To come from 25-11 and losing that first set, come from 5 points down in the second set to win at 25-20, and then to hold on in the thriller in the third and final set to win at 25-23. The Clay Center Lady Tigers, state champions 4A Division II. That'll wrap it up here from the Bicentennial Center. Our thanks to our studio engineers, Bernie Fancellas, Cody Siebold. Again, more reports coming from Garrett Pearson today in state cross country. She'll have another one coming up here in just a little bit. But right now, it's our chance to look around in this Bicentennial Center and see the fans, the students, the parents, and this Lady Tiger state championship team soak it in. This is Rocky Downing telling you, enjoy the rest of your state championship sports Saturday.